Dear Mr. President, dear friends, I am very glad to see you again in Russia. And I remember very well our previous meeting in Moscow in the 2019 year it was. I am glad that you were able to come to Kazan and personally participate in the work of the BRICS summit. Knowing that our Venezuelan friends are close to the fundamental values and principles on which the activities of the association are based. Respect for each other's legitimate interests and sovereignty, the sovereign choice of states and peoples. Mutually beneficial and honest equal cooperation, and so on next. We support your desire to join the work of BRICS. Venezuela is one of the long-standing reliable partners of Russia and Latin America, and in the world as a whole. The relations of strategic partnership between our countries continue to strengthen. Mutually beneficial cooperation is developing in all directions. The volumes of bilateral trade are also growing. Numerous projects have been recruited in the energy sector, pharmaceuticals, transport, in the field of peaceful space, and new technologies. But the fact that they are recruited, as if in a package of our interaction, is good, but it is even better if they develop. Some of them are moving, which is good news. It is very important, of course, to establish relationships in the financial and banking fields, based on settlements in national currencies. Direct flights have been established between our countries. This contributes to the development of both tourist and cultural, humanitarian, scientific, and educational exchanges. Coordination has been established within the UN and other international organizations. Russia and Venezuela are working together to form a new, more just world order based on the rule of law. The inadmissibility of the use of neocolonial approaches, interference in the internal affairs of states, political and financial pressure, unilateral coercive measures. We appreciate that Venezuela shares our assessments of the current international situation and consistently provides support. In the context of the hybrid war and the Russophobia campaign launched against our country. Today, we will be able to discuss all the key issues on the bilateral and international agenda. We know how you, for your part, defend the interests of your people, the interests of Venezuela in your country. How you do it consistently, uncompromisingly, and we are certainly on your side and support your efforts in this direction. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the invitation to take part in the historic BRICS summit. Venezuela is following the BRICS path as well. We have been for a balance in the world since the time of Bolivar. We have the legacy of Commandant Hugo Chavez, who sought to create a multipolar, multicentric world. We apply the principles of BRICS because these are our beliefs. The Global South can exist only if it has the right to a future, the right to freedom and justice. Only in the 21st century, in the age of change, the age of the emergence of a new geopolitics, when new emerging powers, such as China, Russia, India, can develop relations based on cooperation and respect with the peoples of the Global South, with the peoples of the Global East.
Могут развивать отношения, основанные на сотрудничестве и уважении с народами глобального Юга, с народами глобального Востока.
All of us, the state, are brothers. I congratulate you on the success of this historic summit. This is an important message of hope for the whole world. Russia and Venezuela have formed ties that cannot be broken, political ties, moral ties, relations that have been tested by time all these years.
Отношения, которые все эти годы проходили испытания временем.
We walked through the desert as we knew. I believe we have passed through several deserts. Yesterday, we were able to land here in Kazan, I said. We have arrived, we are standing on our feet, we are safe, and we have won. The people of Venezuela have won victories, dear President Vladimir Putin. And we are following the struggle that Russia is waging against Nazism, against fascism. We also admire the victories that you have been able to achieve for the Russian people on all fronts of the global struggle, on the economic front, on the scientific front, on the cultural front, on the military, political, and diplomatic front. Therefore, we are proud that you are our friends, that Russia is a friend of Venezuela, and we are ready to continue moving forward. A meeting of the Russia-Venezuela IPC will be held on November 7th. We have an extensive agenda. We are moving forward in many directions. Venezuela was able to rebuild its economy on its own. We have very good indicators of economic growth. We were able to win the power, inflation. We have investments, and we are ready to continue receiving Russian investments in our country in order to continue to develop our trade, strengthen relations between various sectors of our economy, and develop our political relations with Great Russia. I congratulate you once again on your success. Our entire delegation is ready to ensure that we can continue to achieve success in all areas of cooperation. Thank you very much, dear Mr. President.
Thank you very much, dear President.